Bugs is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos is just giving you a good vibe, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times right now and just need spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the title of this one is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, being in touch and in tune with your soul. That is the key component to release you from the prison of pain, to be able to flow with the flow of freedom. That's what I meant to say, to flow with the frequency of freedom. And it's true, because a lot of times, when I look at my life, I can see that, God, universe, everything that is, influential and spiritual towards our guidance gave us that choice to push the reset button. And a lot of times, even depending on what you have gone through, it just, you may have felt like there ain't no coming back from this. How am I supposed to set my life up when you try to tell me everything I live, breathe, and eat and saw and embrace was a lie? And these are the things, because it was just like at my situation, I really couldn't see myself, when I found out that truth. And when I say that truth hit deep and that mess hurt, made me lose my mind. Had to go back and find that mess. It felt like, where's Waldo with my situation. But then when I see the project of what I allowed myself to create through my circumstances of heavy trauma, through pain, just redeeming myself in all the ways, redemption is just like Shawshank Redemption, allowing yourself to heal from these things. And, sometimes the devil and the enemy wants, they want you to be able to allow yourself to move, to be broken. I feel like if you're, I don't like using that word broken, but it's just breaking away from nothing that wasn't true to you. So, I like using that word, but it's like an oxymoron to me. It's just, I don't feel like we break, but we just break away from things that we once saw that was true in our lives, to be able to rise above those different things, being able to appreciate what that trauma has set place in your life for you to be able to transform through that and come back and, even better. And it's just a beautiful thing, not just to be like, nah, but, in certain situations where the people that have set placed in your life to destroy you, and you building it back up, and basically you telling them what you did, it really, it made some moves, but it didn't making the moves that, it thought it was. So I appreciate what you did. And there's a lot of times, I had to be able to say that, because it was, I was moving through anger. I was moving through, justice, vengeance and stuff like that. But now it's like, I can say that I'm moving through appreciation, because it's just like that was a repeated cycle of people being pissed off. So they wanted to be able to feel like this is happening to me, so I want you to grasp the concept of what I'm going through. I was like, hell, you could have just told me what you went through and that could have been okay. You didn't have to use me as that example to let me know what hell went on in your life. But these are the things that, has been set in stone, that they thought it was, that was going to create that. And it's just that part of me is no longer existing. I said, I want to deaden Roslynn. I just, when I hear that name, a lot of people that know me, they know I don't like that name. But it's just, the fact is, because Roslynn has been through so much, and I just want to be able to allow myself to part ways with that name. It's like I'm becoming a whole new person. I'm never gonna, I'm humbled as I don't know how, humble as humble can be. But it's just at that point, anything that attaches to that name has something to do with a lot of pain that I no longer allow myself to, what is that word I want to use? That I'm allowing myself to vibe with. I can sit here and say, oh, I went through this, this, and this, and this, and that. And then when I first started, that's what I did. And I didn't realize it was me being in that victim mentality, but it was just about me being able to tell people what I went through, what brought me on this journey of what I went through, the tragedy of what I had to go through for my truth, of being able to have to find out on certain things in my life that I always knew was true. I had to find out in the way I did. And those are the things that, I never knew. God was going to use that as a tool for me to be where I am at 5 years, later. And just being able to help people. I've been through so much. I've had so many wrongs done to me. I've done wrong to other people. I'm allowing myself to heal. Hopefully the people that I place stuff on, they're healing as well. Seeking forgiveness within the wrongs that I've done, being able to allow myself to forgive myself for just knowing what I knew at that point, that I can grow from that. I can learn so much from that. I'm strengthening from that. And, I'm soaring from that, and those are the things that, you're creating something so, something serious, into your life that, you're not building on the structures of struggle anymore. You're moving in key components of being powerful, being fierce in your fierceness, and that's the things. It's like, you can be very scary, if you have been towards that type of person where you can tell people where you came from, and that's not where you're being, I can show people all the things that I've been through. But it's not even identifying myself with that anymore, embodying that, but just being able to say, I don't talk about my past anymore. It brought me so much growth. It wasn't something I would wish on my worst enemy, but it's just about, it's not where the past has got, where my past was that created this, but just to be able to see where I am from right now. And being able to appreciate that painful situation that has brought me through so much. And the things that you really can see yourself, really healing from, because I know a lot of y'all have gone through some, situations that you're like, dang, it's just some of y'all, we're looking like, damn, girl, this can be a blockbuster. You get with, what's his name, like Michael Yo or something, like, it was like Steven Spielberg, and they can really do some, magic with your experience, and stuff like that, and the things that you have gone through, and that right there lets you know you a trooper, and it's all about building up. It's not even about feeling sorry for yourself. You can cry for that moment, but don't stay there. You can embrace in that pain, but don't stay there. Don't unpack in that vibration, because you're moving towards the east side, moving on up, and those are the different things that you really can see, how far your situation has gotten you. Because it's just like, if you look, and it's just like the enemies or, whoever placed you in your situation, they would no way in hell would have been able to even last a whole day on the stuff that they projected on you. And those are the things you have to really, truly appreciate. It took me a lot not to be angry. It took me a lot, like, to retaliate on the things that I've really, truly gone from, but just being able to see, what my situation has really created something in a positive, being able to heal from stuff like that, being able to come back from stuff like that. Because like I tell people, there are certain things in your life that could have really made you check out emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in all kind of ways. And I was almost there at that point, but, it was just like God and universe, my ancestors, my family that passed over. They made sure that I didn't do that, because I was on that verge of just really camping out, just spaced out, just gone. There's somebody home, but the lights ain't on, it would have been something like that. But these are those things that's allowing you to flow with your freedom. A lot of times our pain made us feel like, we can't never get from this situation. It's going to keep being this way. That's what that hurt will make you feel like there ain't nothing else coming back from that, or you need to make everybody pay for that situation that put you in there, even if they didn't, and these are the same things, you ain't rocking with that no more. You can talk about your pain all day, but where is that pain getting you to? Nowhere. Being able to see, what, this mess done broke me down in any kind of way. But now it's allowing me to build back up on what I feel is true, what I know is true. I'm seeing the truth. You want to believe it's a lie, you believe that lie all you want to, and you invest in that mess. Me, I'm going to grind in my growth, and I'm about to be able to do that, and I'm going to do it better than ever before, and you just being able to use yourself as that example. And that's why universe has chosen you. They wanted you to go through the worst and the worst, and they wanted you to be able to feel certain things that, a lot of people feel is humanly possible from coming back, because there's a lot of times you can see different situations that you have been in and somebody else has been into, and you see it went straight left. They was really, acting on impulses of anger at that time. I was so close of acting on impulses of where I'm like, at a time I was just like, I'm gonna be all right. Even after that, I'm still gonna be okay. Ain't gonna change my vibration. I ain't gonna care, and it was at that point I had every right to be, and it was like calculated for me. And it was just at that point, I'm working through wounds. I'm working through anger. When you can allow yourself to be calm and the most aggressive person that ever put anything in your life, that's scary. Because especially if they know what you know, they know what you did, and you still like, shh, it's okay, it's all right, you be all right, God bless you. They are not going to want to turn their back on you. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just at that point, you're allowing yourself to stay focused on what your thing is, that God is like, okay, this is your life, this is what you thought was your life. Now I'm about to lay this truth on you, and that's that truth you may choke on. You may need a spiritual Heimlich, but we're going to have you on that. We're going to get you towards that. But you know what? There's actually a way to grow from that, to keep moving forward. Don't allow yourself to be trying to get back at anything or anyone that placed you in this vibration because I asked them to do that. A lot of times, like, God, dog, if you love me, it's like God loves you. Hell, I wonder what he would do if he hated me. What would he do? But these are the things that you're learning from, that it's just like so much nastiness is going on towards the world. So many people being mean, angry, judgmental, racist, anything that goes against what God has, and you're being able to whip it around. Just whip around, and being able to do that, and being able to say, this is my truth, this is where I've been, this is where I'm going, and this is where I'm going to further myself to be, and you're moving in that vibration. It is not easy, because a lot of times that pain kept us stuck in that vibration of a cell of pain, and you can see how toxic it is, because it can be towards anything and everyone that you come into contact with. It can be brutal, because it's like when I first started, when I didn't go fully, I thought I was in my vibration of healing and forgiving. I was still placing that toxicity on other people, and I was just like, that's not fair to anybody. Somebody want to, they bring it coming to me with positivity, like, Roslynn, we really look up to you. And all of a sudden, when I unleashed that, I was like, oh shoot, she about as messed up as me, and I really thought I was healed, but there was still some frequency, that vibration that was still there, that I still had to allow myself to face, because I was bitter, I was angry, I had every right to be. But it's just like, if you already know, and a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to see that when you're moving in positivity, even when it has something to do against your truth, about somebody manipulating, being deceptive, just doing things downright that is not godly, don't think that's going to ever overturn what God has for you, because God could be setting up something, that, they can't touch. They can't never do nothing. They making moves, because you already know. It's just like, you even see it in the world. A lot of times, the main thing people get messed up about is when they get comfortable doing dirt. Because they were like, shoot, I done got away with this for so long, I'm going to do it again. You're like, shoot, God ain't about to do nothing. I used to be like that. So I'm just like, shoot, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, why? I ain't about to get caught. Shoot, I'm all right. I've been doing this for years. Okay, be patient. See how karma works. See how God works. And now, all them bad deeds I'm doing, God making sure I pay the hell for that mess now. I'm like, hell. It's one of those different moments. When you moving and you're not doing it in good intentions, you're doing it for your own selfish needs, between intimidation, jealousy, or whatever else, ain't nothing gonna prosper from that. Even when it looked like that for you, from a different view, it may feel like that, but no. a lot of times, I used to get mad because it's like, I would talk to God, and I would, even when my family come in that passed through and I be visiting with them, I said it's not fair, because I'm pushing out positivity, I'm projecting and reflecting that, and I'm allowing myself to say, you know what, I'm working on my wounds on a daily, and used to get angry about certain things in my life, and I would say the most ungodliest things about the people that put me in the stuff that I have. And then it took me a long time to allow myself to just disconnect from what that was, because that was a hard truth to follow. I'm building up from a new I can't have, because it's like when you building up stuff on illusions, lies, deception and stuff like that, that you only gonna trust the building that's gonna go so far, and it's just like, going one way. You're gonna be like a leaning tower of Pisa, but it's gonna look like one of them things, when you go to a tire place and you see that thing just going all in different directions, and that's what your life is gonna be like. No, they want you to be like that Chrysler building in New York City. We want you to be able to stand tall, but it's built on a solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? You're allowing yourself to really grow on that. We've been in that prisoner of pain where we constantly allowed ourselves to go through that repetitive cycle of everything that was been done to us in our lives that left us traumatized and messed us up spiritually, maybe even sexually, emotionally, mentally. Something really has just downright happened to you that really has hurt you. And it's a blessing when I can actually interact with people and say, you know what, Roslynn, I never went through the things that you may talk about. I feel for people that went through that, but my life was good. I had family that was very supportive of me. I've had a good life, but it was just at that time where universe was pushing me to know more about myself. And and when I hear that, that is a heartfelt feeling to where I can say, you know what, you're in a good place. And it's a blessing that you never had to go through certain things like many of the people I connected with, as well as myself. I love to be able to hear about stuff like that. And that's very random for me to be able to hear stuff like that. And it's beautiful, and that's you only can do good for the world. And they can be able to do it even when they have not had to deal with diversity and adversity. They didn't have to deal with family neglect or anything like that, but the other people, they can grow strong. And I'm not trying to say if you haven't had a negative impact in your life, you can't grow, you can't show strength out of that. You can, but it's just your insight is a lot different. Your motivation is a lot different, but it's just a person that has been through something where you were not supported. You did not show what is to be love, having love for yourself, being encouraged that you can do anything you want to, not being compared to constantly other people, going through a Cinderella syndrome, because that's what the hell I've been through, and those things. But those are the things that really made me strong. And it also can really make you dangerous, because when you're allowing yourself, and I'm not saying this in a way where it's going to make me catch some daggone time in jail, but you become very strong, and you become very dangerous when you're able to control your emotions in certain type of situations. Because when you pop off at certain folks, that's a little tickle in their spine when they be like, dang, I still got it. They still upset. They still mad. But when you're allowing yourself to say, hey, what's going on? And they know good well you don't just stuck a whole mollywop in their daggone program and just destroyed their life, their well-being within, destroyed that person. And they're calm to you, that will scare you. It's like, oh, you want something to eat? Heck no, I'm good. You don't know somebody putting cyanide, arsenic, or anything, and some stuff like that. But it's just that person that already know, God always got his time. Every dog got his day, and you still have to allow yourself to keep moving. Whatever is taking you on this vibration, put you on this path of redemption, salvation, just allowing yourself to go through that whole factory reset to evolve in the most powerful way. It's going to get to that vibration where you don't even have to worry about looking back on seeing what put you on this path, whatever it was that was just truly traumatizing, but just being able to see what that trauma has turned you into. You're powerful. You've been through the worst. So anything that comes in contact with you, it's not going to, it's not going to stick like that. You may become uneasy a little bit and reflect on it in a minute and just like, what? I can't change. That was just meant for me to see. I got to keep moving, allowing myself to see certain things. Even when I see, when it has to do with different people that really came against me, really, degraded me as a person, as a woman, as a Black woman on top of that. and then I can see something and it just like karma just hit them like that, and I had the opportunity to gloat about it, I still don't, because I get mad when I see stuff like that, because no woman, especially no woman in any culture, any nationality, ethnic background, race, or whatever, should ever be degraded, dehumanized. Everybody needs to have their own self-respect. But it's just like my situation has really truly helped me grow. I had to allow myself to, step out of that prison of pain, because it was just like all I did is torture myself by going by everything that was said, done to me. And it was very, very hard when your painful situation on things that you truly care about is everywhere. You have no way of just like, okay, I'm gonna just shut it down for a minute. No, it's everywhere. And I had to be able to face that. And that's how my strength, comes and comes and comes and keeps building on top of building. Yeah, there's moments I get angry. Yes, it's allowing me to say, when I'm angry and I'm all up in my feels, what is your feelings about? Why does this still disrupt your soul? What is this? What is it going to help for you being mad? When I allow myself to, analyze everything, like, why am I still feeling this way? Why does this emotion still keep reoccurring? Why am I allowing myself to allowing myself to keep taking in that emotion I felt like it just happened? And when you're allowing yourself to just basically analyze what you need to work on within yourself, it becomes a lot better. When you can allow yourself to say, okay, this part of me is still a trigger to me. Are you allowing yourself to face whatever it is? Is the fact is you didn't get forgiveness for that person, that person that asked you to forgive, they didn't apologize, or the situation did not put anything that was, compensating on what you went through. There's so many different things, you breaking it down. But with mine, it would bug me because I didn't get an apology. Mine is when you still ain't telling the truth and you living lies on top of lies. But now it's just at that point in life, I have to allow myself to be okay with that. No matter how bad that mess was, I have to be okay with that. And being able to allow myself to say, you know what, God got the rest. I just got to allow myself to heal from my mess. That's all I can do. Those are the only thing I can do, is just rise above what something came back and just really tore me down. A situation like that, people don't come back from that. A lot of people can't, and been in a situation like that. But it's just your point. When you have that good guidance and you have that spirit that moves deep within to you, saying that you're going to rise above anything that has been placed on your heart, your mind, your soul, to try to tear you apart. It was meant to tear you apart because you had to find that person within you that has been laying dormant, that is at that important time that it needs to be acknowledged. You've been this being for all eternity, through millennials, whatever. You've been like this for millions of years. But on top of that, of who you are, because you are a powerful component, a being within itself. It's like an enigma and a conundrum all put together that keeps magnifying. It just keeps on, transitioning, and then you're evolving. These are the things that were spoke on, far back, to where you creating something that was only discussed. It ain't never been seen, it never been, came out the shadows, because you see where disruption is coming in. It is messing up the whole atmosphere because energy is being reset. Things are changing through that. We had to go through that Lions Gate. You're going through that, and that was a harsh moment because you're having to move forward within your strength. It's like when you see a lion, what does it represent? It represents the tribe. There was it's the king of that tribe. That wherever they're at, they got somebody who runs wherever little place, like Proud Lands. Those are the little things that you have to face your strength, and that is, a lot of times it's not easy to do. But you're moving through that, and you had to face a lot of different things. The energy was like, it was percolating. And that mess was no joke. That's why I had to step back for a few days. I'm like, I ain't trying to talk to nobody. I ain't trying to text nobody. I ain't even being on, let me go look at some puppies. let me go do that and be that way. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Like I'm trying to do one more video before I do my chat, and sister's getting tired. So, I hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video. I'll like, as always, leave my contact information in the description box below, as well as my link to my podcast on Spotify, as well as make sure you check out my community page. I'll leave different posts and stuff. This, even if I, have a change of plans and I don't, do my videos at that day, I try my best to do it. If not, y'all know I'm just taking a rest and stuff like that, because I've been having to do that a lot lately. As well as I just started adding the new shorts, the YouTube shorts, just to, put out something to make you laugh, or just something that gives you that confirmation of don't quit, don't give up. You're closer to your, your abundance than you ever imagined. So you will see me on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.